The committee has obtained a copy of the presentation that Mr. Jennings gave at your office, and I'd like to ask you about the topics that he discussed with the staff. And at this time, I'd ask the staff to put up slide 555, which is the first cover slide for the PowerPoint presentation, knowing that this was prepared by the White House Political Office headed by Karl Rove. That's what the cover slide says. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm looking at the one you gave me.
And then let's look at slide 578. There can be no dispute from the content of this slide that this slide is depicting Republican targets that identify Democratic seats that are vulnerable.
Yes, it appears. I honestly, I've not seen this chart until yesterday. I don't remember. I mean, I really, truly don't remember seeing this chart until yesterday when I tried to dig it up. And I have to say, I don't know what the explanation was that accompanied this. I truly do not remember this part of the presentation.
Well, you're familiar with what the word target means, right?
I think we could say that I'm one right now, yes.
Yes, and what this means is that the Republicans are trying to target these seats to win them back in 2008. That was what was discussed at the presentation.
I appreciate your interpretation of that. Speculate on what was intended by Mr. Jennings on the slide. I really think you have to ask him.
Well, I think reasonable people interpreting and viewing this material can probably get a pretty good understanding of what Mr. Jennings was doing there. The next slide I'd like to talk about is slide 579.
I saw it yesterday is when I remember. I'm sure I possibly saw it during the meeting. I don't remember it during our meeting, but honestly, as I said before, I don't really remember the PowerPoint presentation very clearly during that meeting. Congressman, I'll accept your explanation of it.
Can you tell us what, if anything, these slides have to do with the GSA's core purpose of procuring supplies and managing federal buildings? I think the American taxpayers have a very good reason to wonder whether the only team that was being helped during this briefing was the Republican Party team. The Federal Hatch Act says you can't use the workplace to engage in team building for any political party. You've suggested that this wasn't intended to have a partisan purpose in your presentations, and yet the committee has been informed by multiple sources that after Mr. Jennings finished his presentation, you took the floor, thanked him, and then posed a question to the entire group of participants. And according to those sources, you stated, how can we use GSA to help our candidates in the next election? Now, reminding you that you are under oath, can you tell the committee whether, in fact, you did make that statement?
I do know that I'm under oath, and I will tell you that honestly and absolutely, I do not have a recollection of actually saying that.